I know you're upset your friend cut you out of whatever little love triangle she's got going on. Love triangle? Grant stares at you with an intensity that makes the heat rise in your cheeks. Spot a man dressed in all black and wearing a ski mask? It's about to go down. But we back at the station. Chapter 3, the powers that be. So you found Kate's veil abandoned in the woods, and you were sure she'd been kidnapped? That's right. You were worried. Wouldn't you be? We're not talking about me. What did you do next? What anyone would do. I went to the police. To Chief Walsh? Yep. I wouldn't go to him. I wouldn't trust him. You don't sound very happy about that. Oh, believe me, I'm not. Oh, here we go. Veil of secrets. Dun dun dun. Ooh. Oh. With your best friend Kate's mud-splattered veil clutched in your fist, you and Deputy Naomi Silverhawk head directly to the Birchport police station. You're determined that this new evidence will convince the police chief to investigate Kate's disappearance. Deputy Jeff Duffy is near the door, brewing a pot of coffee. He glances your way as you enter. Oh, the chief isn't taking... The two of you barrel past him toward Chief Walsh's desk. He glares straight at you. You again. Sir, we found clear evidence of foul play at the Sterling estate. And why were you investigating that scene? Didn't I tell everyone to go back to the station, including you, Silverhawk? Yes, Chief, but Jamario shared a piece of information with me that prompted... Jamario? Who the H-E-double hockey sticks is Jamario? I am. Maybe you remember me better as you again. And why are you interfering with my investigation, Jamario? Because you aren't investigating, or I'm worried about my friend. I'm gonna say I'm worried about my friend, I think. I mean, he isn't investigating. But do we really want to assault him at his job? Because didn't someone warn us about him? I think the brother. I'll just say I'm worried about my friend. Look, boy wonder. Oh my god. I know you're upset your friend I know you're upset your friend cut you out of whatever little love triangle she's got going on. Love triangle? Wait a minute. Cut you out of whatever little love triangle? Why is he assuming she's in a love triangle? But you need to back the H-E-double hockey sticks off and let us do our job. There's no need to be insulting, Chief. Jamario's just concerned. As a friend and as a reporter. What? A reporter? You brought a member of the press in here without clearance? Walsh inhales and heavily, glaring first at Naomi, then you. Chief, I wouldn't waste your time. You need to see the new evidence we uncovered. You hold up the veil, now in an evidence bag. The trampled peach rosette seems especially forlorn under the station's glaring fluorescent lights. It's Kate's veil. We found it deep in the woods behind the Sterling mansion. Walsh reaches out to take the veil from you. It was right next to some fresh tire tracks. A car had just taken off when we arrived on the scene. Don't you see? Kate's been kidnapped. Every second counts. Walsh fingers the veil. Now why he doing that? He fingers the veil, mulling over your arguments. Yep. You agree? He laughs. Oh heck no. Glad you have fun playing Hardy Boys, but as a real detective, I see far more likely explanation. Oh really? And what's that? Isn't it obvious your bride ran off with another man? Oh my god. Had him meet her out in the woods so she wouldn't have to face the consequences or the sterling. The veil fell off, and what does she care at this point? Am I right? Oh, this guy. We can't determine any of that from the evidence. Chief Walsh, you really need to send a forensics team out to the woods or think about who you're protecting here. He is friends with the people. He know who he protecting. That's not gonna convince him not to do that. We're just saying he needs to send his forensics team. Maybe they'll find evidence of who took Kate. First of all, there's no forensics team. This is in New York, Jimmy Olsen. Closest we've got to a forensics team is Jeff and his baby microscope. It's a real microscope. Second of all, you're wasting my time. If 24 hours go by and there's still no sign of her, by all means come back and file a missing persons report. Till then, I'ma need you to leave me and my officers alone. We've got real police work to do. That is terrible. Deputy Duffy clears his throat awkwardly. We gotta get to Deputy Duffy. Sir, maybe we should... Don't even start with me, Duffy. Isn't there an empty coffee pot somewhere that needs you? He is mean. Yes, sir. He just takes it. But the evidence could be contaminated if we drop it, Silverhawk, or I'll suspend your H-E-double-hawk. No, that's the wrong curse word. Or I'll hold on, wait. I'll suspend your... There we go. She's just doing her job. I'm leaving now. I'll just say I'm leaving now. Well, see, I'm ready to have Nuck if you buck energy, but I just don't want it to mess up none. Clearly he wants to help the people. He knows what they do. They must do this often. And he just like, oh, I did my job by showing up and now I'm leaving. He knows something. So, look at that. Maybe you do have some brains after all. Ugh, I can't stand his face. I'm warning you, if anything happens to Kate, her blood will be on your hands. Walsh sniffs and waves you away. You head towards the exit. Naomi trails after you. I'm sorry, Jamario. It's not your fault, Naomi. You did everything you could. Not yet, I haven't, but I will. Yes, we'll find Kate, I promise. Nice. You flash her a quick smile and step outside before Chief Walsh can start chewing her out again. You're just about to call a cab when a fancy black car squeals to a halt in front of you. Bryce leans over the center console to whip open the passenger door. Oh my, get in now. Oh. Fine, I want to talk to you anyway, or I don't take commands from anyone. I'll just say fine. I want to know what he wants. I have some questions for you about Kate. You don't get to ask the questions, Jamario. It's my family she's destroying. Wow. Now get in, sir. Oh, look at them houses. Ain't a nice neighborhood. You barely have a chance to close the door behind you before Bryce speeds off down a winding path towards the manor. I honestly don't trust being in the car with him. Is this fun for you? Making more drama for my family? Oh my god, a girl is missing. Making drama, Kate's missing. Why am I the only one who seems to care about that? He snorts dismissively. She bolted when she realized she couldn't cut it. Case closed, Sherlock. That's not what happened. Naomi and I found... Don't tell him too much. You know, if I wanted to hear your half-baked conspiracy theories, I'd ask. Doesn't anyone teach people like you that little social cue? Fine. Am I allowed to at least ask where you're taking me, or would that be a dreadful faux pas? Father wants to talk to you. You fall silent, half fuming, half curious as to why Pierce Sterling's would summon you like this. Aw, snap. Bryce pulls into the long drive and squeals to a stop in front of the imposing entrance. Follow me. Bryce weaves his way through the mansion to what must be Pierce's study. Whoa, the music is about to go down. Behind the mahogany desk is a glass case containing several incredibly detailed scaled models of ships. I bet she's on a ship. Their designs spanning hundreds of years of seafaring. Wait here. I think there's something on a ship. You can't help but admire the other antiques in the study. Ships, instruments, flintlock pistols, and books dating back to the 1700s. Hello, Jamario. Pierce enters the room. He extends his hand and you take it. He gestures towards a ship in the case in front of you. I see this one has drawn your eye, I suppose. You're looking at the ship. It's a scale model of the Endurance. I'm gonna write that down. The Endurance. The vessel my ancestor Magnus Sterling captained to this country. Seems like the Sterling's history with Birchport goes back quite a ways. The Sterlings put Birchport on the map, Jamario, literally. In just a few days, Magnus transformed it from a row of decrepit beach hacks to a thriving port town. Without us, well, this place wouldn't exist. He gestured to a frame containing two maps, one labeled 1609 and the other 1655. I'm gonna write those down just in case. Bridgeport only appears in the second map, with marked trading routes flowing from the town to Europe and beyond. That is truly impressive, or it doesn't mean you own this town. I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna just say it's impressive. Yes, it is, and we continue to be the driving force behind Bridgeport's prosperity. We're almost single-handedly responsible for maintaining the port, the shops downtown, everything that keeps this town from withering on a vine, which means they control the police station too. You know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. My family's responsibility is evident in the new library, the theater, the parks. We've always taken care of the people of Birchport. And they know we always will. I see. Just remember, Jamario, you're here in Birchport as our guest, and a guest should know better than to pry in their host's affairs. If that's how you feel, I take my stay off your tab, or I respect that. How should we play this? I'ma just say I respect that. I'm not gonna let them know I'm snooping. I sense you had a good head on your shoulders, Jamario. Kate could have benefited from a friend like you before all this. I really hope nothing's happened. I'm sure she'll turn up soon, contrite as usual. She rarely thinks before she acts, as you likely remember. What you mean? Oh, can I change my outfit? Okay, never mind. Back to the story. You're interrupted by a knock at the door. Yes? Margaret Sterling strides in, nodding courteously to you before she turns to her husband. Pierce, something's come up concerning Tanner. I'm afraid it's urgent. Oh my god, did they find the body? Hopefully she's okay. How foolish of me, thinking I had at least one son I could count on. So it could be something really bad going on with his son, and he's just worried about like his image and being embarrassed. Please excuse us, Jamario. We should discuss this somewhere more private. He glances meaningfully at Margaret, who nods curtly. I'm sure you can show yourself out. Of course, I hope Tanner's alright. The Sterlings leave the room. You glance around at all the cabinet drawers and shelves, all the nooks and corners where everything might be hiding, or anything might be hiding. I could take a quick look around. Who knows what might turn up? I should, yeah, take a quick look around. We about to look up here. Get all the tea. Oh, there are so many places things could hide in this ornate study. You're not sure where to start. Check out. Ooh. I hope we can look at them all. Okay. I feel like if this is cliche mystery story, there will be like some hidden compartment in the desk or behind the bookshelf or in the walls. So let's check. But the walls could mean like pictures on the walls. Let's check the desk. You slide the desk drawer open. Inside you see an array of office supplies, nothing suspicious, okay. Except of course, the desk is twice as deep as the drawer. That doesn't seem right, of course. Of course they're gonna have a hidden compartment. You pull out the drawer, when you turn it over, you realize there's a false bottom. I knew there was more to it. Tucked into the false bottom is a folder. Inside are papers written in some sort of complicated code. Ooh. Why would the Sterlings need a secret code hidden inside a secret drawer? Oh, we got a new one. I found the code sheet. Unless they have something to hide, that is, which they clearly do. All right. Now let's check out the bookshelf. You run your fingers along the books, reading the titles on the spines. This is all non-fiction, histories, biographies, and of course plenty of rah-rah capitalism options. Not that I'm surprised, but they are all just regular books, no secrets hiding here. Walls. A row of portraits in ornate frames hang along one wall, scanning the dour-faced Sterling ancestors. You find the original patriarch Magnus. He stares at you with piercing blue eyes that make you shiver. Something tells me kindness wasn't your strong suit, Magnus. Okay, check out the cabinet. You look at the built-in wall cabinet, piling open each of 3 drawers at the bottom. In the first, you find a pile of old maps. In the second, you see only a small jewelry box. This seems out of place. You open the lid, a locket nestles on the velvet cushion inside. AA. Let's see, AA on the locket. It's engraved with initials AA. I wonder who that could be. It could be his mistress. He could have a mistress. Oh snap. You found a locket. Someone close to Pierce, probably. A clock in the hallway chimes. The ring loud and piercing, like a warning bell. Oh snap, did I let off an alarm? Like a secret alarm? You cast one glance around the room, wishing Kate were there to help. I should get out of here. You exit the Sterling study and find yourself in a long open hallway, but you can't remember which way you came. This place is even bigger than I thought. You peek inside a door to your left, hoping you'll recognize something. An entire room dedicated to sports trophies? Who knew there were that many lacrosse tournaments ever? What are you still doing here? You turn. Margaret Sterling is standing behind you, one eyebrow arched, hands on her hips. Thank goodness you're here. Maybe you can explain the trophy room. If I say explain the trophy room, she could go into like a bragging thing like, oh, these are my boy's finest rewards when he was blah blah blah. Or I could be like, I'm lost. Say lost? Okay, we're gonna be lost. In our house or just in this world? Now, she didn't have to come at me like this. Judging by your friendship with Kate, I'm guessing both apply. Oh my god. How gracious of you. Man, all of them need to be slapped. Forgive me, that was classless. It's just, I really tried with Kate. I took her under my wing. For her to repay me after, what? For her to repay all that effort this way by humiliating my entire family is almost too much to endure. You can't believe she just left, can you? I know you want to think the best of your friend, but there are things you don't know. And that is true. We haven't talked to her in a while. But they're very judgmental, so I don't know. Like what? She and Tanner were having issues. What? She never mentioned that. I'm sure she wouldn't. It must have been embarrassing for her. And they both tried, of course. In the end, though, maybe they were just too different. Perhaps I should be grateful it ended this way. At least there won't be a divorce. Oh my god, lady. Those are always so distasteful. And costly. Well, y'all got the money though. A maid appears behind you. Margaret visibly stiffens. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jamaria was it? Why is she scared of the maid? Yes. Maria, would you please show Jamaria to the front door? Apparently, it's easy to lose one's way at Sterling Manor. I don't understand these people. Yeah, the maid, we gotta find out stuff from the maid. Probably gotta flirt with her. The maid leads you outside. The air is brisk. You can't help but shiver slightly as the cold breeze passes you. I don't care what anyone says. Kate, I know you wouldn't just run off. I'll find you. The maid disappears inside just as your phone rings. Hello? Grant! Hey, it's Grant. This is Jamario, right? How'd he get my number? Grant, how'd you get my number? I always ask the questions before he does. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just say Miss Holiday isn't exactly a tough nut to crack. What did she give you? Alright, but let's not dwell on my devious number sleuthing skills. How are you holding up? Honestly, it's been a HE double hockey sticks of a day. I'm more sure than ever that something's happened to Kate, but I can't seem to get the chief to take me seriously. I asked around a bit just to see if anyone heard anything. But so far, all I've turned up is a lot of dead ends. Thanks for trying, Grant. It means a lot to me. Of course, Kate's my friend too, after all. Anyway, since I can't offer you a lead, maybe I can take your mind off of things for a bit. I'm down at the marina. Birchport's Festival of Ships is going on right now. It's a little corny, but it's actually a lot of fun. I don't want to have fun right now. Well, I could use a break. No. That means you'll join me, right? Dinner's on me, and I promise if there's one thing you can count on rich seaside towns for, it's a great meal. That, and we can talk about what's going on with Kate. This is a chance to get closer to Grant and learn more about Kate. All right. Oh wow, I have exactly 19. Oh my gosh. All right. This is important. I gotta make more diamonds. I just need to make a quick stop at the B&B and then I'll meet you there. Looking forward to it. All right, y'all. Miss Harlanay is behind the counter in the B&B's lobby when you get in. Good evening, Jamario. Any word on Kate? Maybe she did it. Dun dun dun. Nothing yet, but thanks for asking. You're one of the only people who seem to care that she's gone. Oh, I don't know about that. Kate's regular clients are all in a tizzy. Clients? Oh, her pastry. Tasty pastry. I forgot all about her bakery. Is anyone minding the shop? Oh, don't worry. She had been planning to head out on her honeymoon. It's closed now anyway. That's a relief. I wish there was more I could do. Well, sitting here and wallowing certainly will help, but I'm guessing you already made plans? How did you know? How does she know so much? You have a certain twinkle in your eye, and a certain someone may have stopped by earlier. Oh. Then I'm guessing you know I'm meeting up at the marina with Grant Emerson. You didn't have to say his name. If only I were your age, I'd give you a run for your money with that one. Handsome, sweet, and of course richer than Robin Hood. Right, she nosy. But he didn't, and of course he didn't have any of that sterling baggage. If you ask me, you should hold on tight to that man and don't let go. What sterling baggage? Wow. Have you started a fan club yet? Right. Or we're just grabbing dinner. Because I don't know if she knows. Oh, stop. How many men do you know that look like that and on a private island? He has a private island? Oh, what now? Oh, he rich. Oh, I shouldn't have spoiled the surprise. You just enjoy your dinner. Not him taking me on a private island. Is he trying to kidnap me too? Is he the kidnapper? Yeah. No, I'm going to need to know more about this island. Sorry, my dear, my lips are sealed. A little while later, you arrive at a breathtaking marina. The water reflects the glow of the dozens of fairy lights, and the soft melodies of a string quartet drift by on the gentle sea breeze. You find Grant at the end of the pier, standing in front of the charming restaurant. Jamario, I was starting to get worried. I feel like he's I don't know. Maybe they put him to distract us. I don't know. Sorry, did I keep you waiting? Not too long, and I know how to make myself useful. Grant holds open the door, leading you through the restaurant to an outdoor seating area where 2 glasses of champagne rest on a candlelit table. Show off. Come on, admit it, you're a little impressed. Check in with me after the meal. You sit down, marveling at the sight of the moonlight rippling and dancing atop the waves. This view is amazing. Grant stares at you with an intensity that makes the heat rise in your cheeks. You're right about that. The 2 of you sip the champagne. You don't know much about wine, but it tastes phenomenal. So what did you think of Birchport so far? I hate it. It's growing on me. It's a tough town for outsiders, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm guessing you had a pleasure of meeting our illustrious police chief? Oh yeah, real charmer. That one. Oh yeah, real charmer, that one. And then I had a forced sit down with Pierce Sterling. Guessing that didn't go well either? Nope. I got what I'm sure is the standard Sterling lecture. We built this town, we run this town, know your place. Complete with thinly veiled threat. But let's not talk about that anymore. You gesture over the water. It's far too beautiful to dirty up with words like Walsh and Sterling. That's the spirit. A waiter approaches with a plate of crostini that he tells you are topped with goat cheese, hazelnut, and roasted sweet onion. You take a bite. Oh my god, that is quite possibly the best food to ever food. It's pretty good, but the best food to ever food title is reserved for my crab cakes. You cook? Are you any good? Oh y'all, he cook and he got an island? I think so. Maybe someday you'll find out for yourself. Ooh. That's an offer I'll definitely take you up on. Okay, crab cakes. He grins at you, eyes sparkling. You can't help but smile until a stab of guilt brings you back to reality. Thinking about Kate? I can't help it. I want to relax and enjoy this, but it's fine, I understand. Is there anything you want to know about her life here? Any questions I can answer? Yeah. Does she have any enemies, or could she have been seeing someone else? No, because I don't think she was, and I'm not gonna let that person plant that in my head. Does she have any enemies? No, not really. Can I ask a question? Why the hesitation? It's just enemies is a strong word, you know? There are definitely people who don't like her, who didn't like her. I know things change, but that's hard for me to imagine. I mean, look, it wasn't her fault. When Kate and Tanner got engaged, it ruffled a lot of feathers. Folks on the rich side of town thought she was a gold digger, and down in the docks, they thought she was selling out? Oh, wow. Yeah, but there's a big difference between judging someone and being their enemy, much less meaning them harm. Yeah, I get it. It's just the thought of people being mean to Kate. It'd be like punching a baby unicorn. What is it with unicorns? Exactly. So what do you think happened? Do you think she would just run off? Never in a million years. Kate had her flaws, sure, but she loved Tanner. She wouldn't leave him like that. Unless what? Unless something made her change her mind about him, about them. Well, he was mean to her. And she was about to tell us what he was, but she never got a chance to finish. What are you talking about? Nothing. Honestly, I don't think that's what happened. I'm just playing devil's advocate, I guess. Forget I said anything. It's my lawyer showing. Oh. At the corner of the patio, a band starts to play. Grant clears his throat and rises, extending a hand. Care to dance? Grant. I'd love to. The two of you move to the dance floor. Grant wraps an arm around you and leads you around the floor. My grandfather used to play the songs on the sax. Really? Did he play for you often? All the time. We sit by the water on summer evenings with the air just starting to get cool, and he'd play all sorts of songs. Yeah, I think Grant knows something. It sounds like you two were close. We were. I loved him, of course, but he was always a huge role model for me. He was our family's first lawyer. He broke through the color barrier. He inspired me, really. He inspired a lot of people. He sounds like an amazing person. Grant smiles wistfully, then shakes his head, turning back to you. Enough about me. I want to hear more about the mysterious Jamario. What made you get into journalism? I mean, no offense, but it's not the most obvious career move these days. Sir, please. Yeah, talk to my mom, Nostradamus. If you ask me, it's actually an incredibly exciting time to be a reporter. Digital media is letting us tell stories in entirely new ways, interact with our readers, get thousands of retweets. That too. The two of you grow silent for a moment, swaying to the gentle rhythm of the song. You lean your head on Grant's shoulder. Thanks for inviting me out, Grant. This is nice. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. I'm really glad you came to Birchport, Jamario. You sigh, lifting your head to meet Grant's gaze. You see a longing in his eyes. I should kiss him or take a step back. Okay, we're gonna kiss. Here, you press your lips to his. Grant wraps his arms around you more tightly, pulling you to him. ... The kiss is long and slow, sweet but urgent. When you finally pull away, you're both smiling. You sure know how to show a guy a good time, Grant Emerson. Oh, I'm just getting started. Now, I just hope that he's not trying to swoon us to distract us from, say, if he did something. Cause this is a little soon. But we're charmers, we're players, so... Yeah, he's kind of suspicious. The two of you make your way back to your seats as the music wanes. A waiter wheels a cart loaded with tiny pristine cakes over to your table. The sight just makes you think of Kate's shuttered bakery. Of all the things your friend left behind, you sigh. The tasty pastry, am I right? How does he know? Exactly. I just hate feeling like I can't do anything to help her. And of course, the Sterlings are basically ordering me to step off. Something tells me you're planning to ignore that directive. What directive? The two of you laugh. Seriously though, is there something I'm missing? Some detail that no one's brought up that might help us figure this all out? Well, she did ask me over to her apartment the other day. She seemed so upset. Wait, Kate still has her own apartment? Yeah, I thought you knew. I guess I assumed she lived with the Sterlings. She did most of the time, but she kept her own apartment. She'd go there whenever she needed space. But this is fantastic. There might be a clue there, something no one's found yet. Like, we could have been looking there like, oh, see if she's at her apartment. I'm sorry to cut this night short, but I've got to get over there. Where is it? I'll send you her address. But don't think I'm letting you off the hook. This evening isn't over. It's on a pause. Deal. You rush to the address Grant sent you, barely pausing to breathe. Right, like how come this isn't the first place we went to? A little while later, you arrive at a modest apartment building. You walk up to Kate's unit and try the front door. Of course it's locked. Why didn't I think of that? Though it is a pretty safe neighborhood, maybe Kate left a window open in the back. As you round the corner of the building, you spot a man dressed in all black and wearing a ski mask. Wait a minute, that look kind of like her brother. See them eyes? That kind of like her brother. Before you can say anything, he smashed a crowbar through Kate's back window. Oh my god. Please don't be over. Oh, he didn't find anything? We just found one thing? Oh my god. You've collected 6 total clues. Here's a preview of Chapter 4, First Blood. A masked man is breaking into Kate's apartment. Who is he and what does he know? I bet you it's probably her brother or it's somebody that they hired. Cause something ain't right. Something ain't right.